Welcome to Nature to Nurture, simply caring for our children, where we explore the simple joys and practices of nurturing children in today's world. I'm Tiffany, your host and guide on this journey of discovery and growth. In each episode, we delve into topics that matter most to parents, caregivers, and anyone passionate about providing loving, meaningful care to little ones. From embracing traditional practices to harnessing the power of nature in child development, we cover it all with a focus on simplicity and heart. So whether you're a seasoned parent looking for fresh insights or a new caregiver eager to learn, join us as we dive into the world of nurturing care practices and celebrate the beauty of childhood. Let's embark on this journey together because every moment spent nurturing a child is a moment of beautiful connection and growth. Hey friends, welcome back to Nature to Nurture. I'm Tiffany, and today we're diving into something real, something that I've been feeling personally, and I know some of you are probably feeling it too as fall rolls in. So I have my cup of coffee with a little bit of whipped cream on top because we are out of creamer. Go ahead and grab your drink and let's jump into today's episode. So the other night, I came home after a long day. I was feeling pretty wiped out. I had some one-on-one time with my husband before jumping into dinner. And he said to me, I think your seasonal depression might be starting to creep in. Woo! Now let me be honest with you. I did not want to hear that. It stung. I could feel that knot in my stomach, that familiar defensiveness rising up throughout my body saying, how dare you point that out when I'm just trying to get through the day? But deep down, I knew it was true. So here's how it all started. 2 weeks ago, I was having a meeting with my team. We have a couple of new members that came in, so we were going around talking about what are some things that we thrive at and what are some points that we really need some help. And out of nowhere, I found myself being vulnerable and sharing with my new team members that I suffer from seasonal depression. You know, that heavy feeling that creeps in as soon as the days get shorter, the sunlight starts to fade, and the weather turns colder. For me, it amps up my anxiety, and what's tricky is that I don't even realize it's happening until I'm smack in the middle of it. I start waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, unable to fall back asleep, and from there, the exhaustion kicks in. Then I start dropping the ball on things, whether it's work or just keeping the house in order. And all of a sudden, I'm carrying this dark cloud with me everywhere I go. Now fast forward to this past week. I'd been feeling a little off, but I wasn't really aware of it yet. And that's when my husband hit me with, I think it's starting to happen. I was not ready to hear it. I mean, who wants to be told they're slipping? But as much as I didn't like it, he was right. I haven't been out in the gardens as much because the cold weather hit. And I've been leaning into this need to curl up and rest. It's funny because part of me craves that slow down, that rhythm of retreat, but it's a fine line, right? It can so easily turn into isolation, into a spiral of exhaustion and negativity. So we talked. All right, we argued a little bit too. But after the dust settled, we got real about what was happening. He was pointing out what I wasn't ready to see yet. I was slipping into those patterns that always come before the deeper depression kicks in. And here's the kicker. Those habits, those little signals, like the messy house or not getting enough sunlight, they are the same signs that have caught me off guard in the past. But this time, instead of letting it sneak up on me, I'm choosing to be more aware, more purposeful in how I structure my days before I find myself in that pit. So here's what I want to share with you today. If you're like me, if you've ever felt that slow, creeping exhaustion that comes with the change of season, know that you are not alone. It's a real thing, and it is nothing to be ashamed of. But here's the good news. We don't have to let it control us. The first step is noticing those early signs. Maybe for you, it's the mess in the house, or losing the motivation to do the things that normally light you up. Like me, not going out to the garden. Maybe you're finding yourself more anxious, waking up at weird hours, or just feeling overwhelmed by small things. These aren't just coincidences, they're signals. They're your body and mind saying, hey, something's off. And the more aware we are of those signals, the more empowered we are to make a shift before we fall too deep into the pit. I've learned that when I see those signs, it's time to hit the reset button. Not a huge drastic overhaul, but simple shifts. Little things that pull me back toward balance before it's too late. That's why this year, I'm doing something different. Instead of waiting for the new year to make resolutions, when, let's face it, we're often already burned out from the holidays, and it's the darkest time of the year, the absolute pit of my depression, I'm going to start now. I'm calling it the Last 90 Days Challenge. This challenge is all about getting ahead of the burnout, the anxiety, the seasonal depression before it takes hold. It's about using the last 3 months of the year to build small, manageable habits that will carry us through the winter season, feeling stronger and more grounded. So here's how it works. Starting October 1st, we'll be going through a 90-day journey together. Each week, we'll focus on different themes, whether it's getting more sunlight, spending intentional time outdoors, moving our bodies, or finding moments of rest and reflection. Now, I know you're thinking, I am already overwhelmed. How am I supposed to add more to my plate? And believe me, I get it. This challenge is not about piling on more stress. It's about making tiny, doable changes that fit into your life, or micro habits. It's about creating rhythms that feel good and that support you, especially when the days get shorter and your energy dips. It's about calming that static energy that is pulsating through your body, saying, overwhelm, overwhelm. You don't have to do it all. You just have to do what works for you. And the best part is we are going to do this thing together. We'll have a private community where we can share our wins, our struggles, and encourage each other along the way. Here's the thing. By the time January rolls around, most of us are already exhausted. We're drained from the holidays, we're juggling too many things, and we're in that post-holiday slump. The idea of setting new goals or making big changes, it feels impossible. But what if we didn't have to wait until we were burned out to start making a change? What if we used these last 90 days of the year to set ourselves up for success so that by January 1st, we're not just surviving, we're thriving? Imagine entering the new year already feeling grounded, already having built habits that nourish you. Habits like getting enough sunlight, moving your body, spending time with your family, and giving yourself place to rest. Imagine going into the new year as the days are getting brighter, already having that step up. This isn't about waiting for a resolution. It's about starting now, while we have time to make small shifts that will have a big impact. So here's my invitation to you. Join me in the Last 90 Days Challenge. Let's take this journey together. Let's support each other, and let's make this fall season a time of renewal instead of a time of burnout. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're on the edge of slipping into that seasonal depression, or know that it's coming up soon, I want you to know I've been there too, and I'm here for you. To join the challenge, I want you to head on over to subscribepage.io/thelast90days. I'll also link that in the show notes below. Once you sign up, you'll get access to our private community, weekly challenges, and all the tools you need to build those supportive routines. And the best part? We'll be doing this together. You don't have to face this season alone. Imagine what it would feel like to end this year not in a pit of exhaustion and anxiety, but with energy, peace, and a plan for moving forward. That's what we're working toward. So friend, let's make these last 90 days count. You deserve it. And I can't wait to take this journey with you on October 1st. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Sign up to join us on the challenge. And as always, take care of yourself. You're worth it.